and look at chat. So without further ado, let's start talking about the Turtle Beach Battle Buds. So the Turtle Beach Battle Buds, I think they dropped as a new product maybe fall of last year. So in I think the October November timeframe. I'll look that up before I post my final review. Um, and I got a hold of these to put them through testing here in the Geek Command Center. So they are a set of earbuds with a large triangular outer section, and then ear stabilizers here, and then earbuds. I actually kind of really like this design, just in that I personally like the ear stabilizers. I have kind of smallish ears, so it's sometimes hard to get earbuds to stay in there and not move around. So I personally like the stabilizers. One of the things for me for earbuds is the heft of the cord. It needs to be balanced right, and it needs to not have a lot of snaggable bits and pieces on it, so that when you're moving around, if you have a jacket, or I have like some fleece jackets with zippers on them, I don't like when these cords are so heavy, or that the protruding bits are so thick that they can get caught on the zipper, so that's a big deal for me. The heft of this cord is right on the edge, so it's really gonna, it's really gonna come out when I actually go and start using it and testing it, as to whether or not it's just too heavy. It feels just about right now. I definitely have some that are too heavy, or like I said, they have things like these little nubs where the wires come together, that just make it uncomfortable if you're moving around. They snag on anything. This headset does have inline controls, so they're kind of nice. The one thing I don't really like from a hardware perspective is they have a slider for the volume, and I'm not super hot about that because I just really don't know how that would wear down over time in versus a dial. It does have a phone answer key button here, so you can use it with a smartphone, and it also has a very nice mic mute switch here on the front. So I really like headsets that have inline volume controls, because a lot of the streaming setups I use, like the one tonight, I don't have any volume control. So I am taking my audio output out of the back of the 32-inch Vizio's audio output, which is an RCA out. I have to use an adapter cable to convert that over to 3.5 millimeter, but I have no audio control over it. The TV remote volume does not actually manage that volume, so I either wind up with the console blasting into my eardrums, or I have to route it through my Behringer Xenix 302 USB hardware mixer in order to gain volume control. I'd much rather just have it on these inline controls. So I'm glad that these have it. I'm not really convinced that this is going to stand up to the test of time. Now, again, this is a Turtle Beach headset. Turtle Beach hasn't really had a great reputation over the last few years. They've definitely been in decline. During the heyday of PC gaming, I'd say probably in the early 2000s, they were kind of a go-to solution. But as we've seen the rise of other headset manufacturers come along, they have really gotten a reputation for not having high-quality products. So it's going to be interesting to put these through the grill. One of the main reasons I was interested in this headset is because probably the two biggest comfort factors in a gaming headset is the headband that goes over the top of your head, as well as the ear cups. This doesn't have ear cups, and it doesn't have a headband that goes over the top of your head. One might think that this should be particularly comfortable and stand up to long endurance sessions gaming. We will see. You have this little boom microphone attachment that goes on. It plugs right in here. One of the things I didn't like from a hardware perspective is it wasn't readily clear which side of this is the actual microphone. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but there's one side that has one little pip hole. The other side has these two, what turned out to be like audio vents basically on the back. Wasn't super clear which side was the actual audio side. I had to actually look at the quick start guide in the user manual to make that determination. As it is, the way you plug it in is there's text on this side of the boom microphone, and you plug that in aligned to point in the same direction as the Turtle Beach logo here on this earbud. So this just has a 3.5mm jack right in there. You plug it in like so, and away you go. Now, one of the things I've noticed from just these first few minutes of hardware impressions are, I personally prefer a longer boom microphone. The issue being as I have really bad allergies and sinuses, so I really like to get the boom microphone up above my nose. So, you know, when I'm drinking a lot of coffee or I get excited gaming, hopefully it doesn't sound like heavy breathing on the microphone on stream. I would prefer this extend just a little further. As it is, I'll try and have it kind of aligned here. It is nice that it has this flexible, extendable boom microphone. You can put it away from your mouth. You can put it closer. You can put it up a little high. It's got some nice stiffness to the boom microphone, so you can manipulate it to put it into position. The stabilizers feel comfortable. The length on the microphone, on the cable, seems pretty good. This is probably about a 3 or 4 foot cable. I'll have to look that up to see. It does merge all of the I/O onto a tripole 3.5mm plug. So if you need a 3.5mm that splits this out into discrete headphone and microphone inputs and outputs, you can always slap an aftermarket adapter on it. Streamers, it's one of the things that I recommend you guys keep anyway. I keep 2, and then I also keep an adapter that does the opposite and takes discrete headphone and microphone inputs and outputs and brings them together into a single tripole connector. So I'll be using this tonight in conjunction with the Nintendo Switch via this 3.5mm extension cable that I have hooked onto the back, and we will be getting the testing started. Now, I'm not going to bother with the boom microphone tonight since I'm not playing multiplayer. Hopefully, I'll get a chance, an opportunity to play some Call of Duty Black Ops or some Apex or something this week and check that out. It does come with 3 sets of earbuds total, so there are 2 of different sizes here in the bag. It also comes with some additional stabilizers in the bag as well. It comes with this nice little carry pouch to boot. Here's the box that it comes in. So it's pretty inauspicious. These earbuds / headset go for $30 on Amazon right now. And like I said, over the next week, I'm going to be putting them through their paces and we'll come up with a verdict on whether or not they are a good piece of gear for streamers or gamers in general. So, if anybody watches this video, either on Twitch, in my VOD section, or if you're watching this on YouTube, in the archive version of this live stream, please feel free to ask me any questions and ask me to conduct any additional testing that you want that might not be in my scheduled pathway. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started playing a little Super Mario Odyssey.